Hey guys, welcome to this week's version of Digimon Market Watch. Well, do we have some exciting things to talk about this week? Some things you should probably take advantage of, and some things that you should probably steer very clear from. As always, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's a notification bell in the smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos come out. Also, we're still trying to get to 10,000 subs on YouTube, so do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button because that would just mean the world to me, and that's awesome. We're going to start things off with the Omnimons, as always. The Omnimons, the ones we have, aren't changing much in price, whatever, okay, yeah. The Alteresses are going down. Probably because we know that 2 new Omnimons are coming out that are going to see more play than they are. Here's the thing about these Omnimons that are going to see more play. These are the pre-sale prices, right? These are pre-sale prices. Do not spend your pre-sale prices. Don't do it. Just wait. Just wait. They might drop. They could drop to like 20 bucks, maybe 30 bucks. They will go lower than 60 bucks on release. All you have to do is wait. Yes, I know they're very good. I know they're very good. Zord, especially, incredible card. Do not pre-buy these cards. Just don't do it, okay? Alright, Goldman. People have been bothering me for like 2 weeks to cover this card. It's 20 bucks. It's expensive because it's really hyped in blue. It's really good in blue. Once returned, when you trash Digivolution card from one of your opponent's Digimon, gain 1 memory. And there are decks, in like set 5 even, that are doing this all the time. So that makes a card like this look really good, because memory is really good. What do I think about this card? I think it's way, way overhyped. I don't think blue will see as much play in set 5, and then when people aren't playing it as much, people will be more tempted to sell these cards for cheaper. So if you don't have these cards right now, do not worry about getting these cards right now, because it's not a big deal. It's okay. You can wait. You can be a little bit patient. Just be careful. Don't spend money you don't need to spend, because for a tier 2 at best deck, I don't see this doing anything. Diabolomons have slightly dipped in price. Only slightly. There's a couple of cheap listings before it goes right back to the moon. People are playing this in set 5 Diabolomon, and people think that set 5 Diabolomon will be tier 1. And I'm kind of on that fence as well. Maybe it's not the best deck of the format, but it's definitely a competitor of the format, which is why the price is so expensive on. What do you need to know? If you want to play Diabolomon and you don't have these cards, if you don't want to spend the money on these cards, don't play Diabolomon. It's as simple as that. There's no reason, and there are technically better decks like yellow that you can stick your hands into. But if you already have like 1 or 2 Diabolomons, try to get them for a little bit cheaper. Might as well finish the deck. The rest of the deck is really cheap because the Diabolomon for BT5 is a rare. All the other support in the set is rare or lower, except Armageddonmon, but you don't even need a bunch of that. You need like 2. 2 is fine. So Diabolomon, yeah, this is the most expensive card in the deck. If you have some already, just make it happen. At this point, it doesn't really matter. But I don't see this card going down much lower anymore until it gets a reprint. If it ever gets a reprint, we don't know. Angelomons. The Tamer Party Pack Angelomon is going back up in price. There's a few listings and then boom, done. Angelomon, big waifu, big fan favorite. You might want to make sure you get your copies at a low before they start to go on a high again. Even if you want to make some quick flips, you know, some quick money, so you can go spend some quick money on something. I don't know what you want to spend your quick money on, but this is a good way to do it. Buy your Angelomons now, wait a week, sell them for maybe $20 more, or wait 2 weeks, sell them for $20 more, $30 more, you know, whatever. That's all I gotta say about that. If you want your collection for the collection, just it's going up in price, and I think it's important that you realize that, which is why we cover this card in particular every week. Lord Nightmon is a $55 pre-sale. Don't buy it. It's a super rare. We all know what happened to War Greymon in set 4 and Chaosmon in set 4. They started off high. They started off 40s, 50s, and then pew, down they went. They crashed. They hit almost 10 bucks. Lord Nightmon will fall in price. I don't know how far it's going to fall in price, but spending $55 on it right now is probably the most ridiculous thing you can do with your money. You might as well just burn your money. Don't buy it. Just wait. Just wait. Globamon alternate art. This was pointed out to me because it's shooting up in price. What people need to understand is Globamon is a free win button. It's a free damage that almost cannot be interrupted by the opponent. Omimon's Wart Defeat can technically delete Tamers now. That's a thing that can happen. That's something you might want to expect if you're playing against Black or Purple even. Against every other matchup, it's still an auto win button. Especially with things like Davis. That's just how it is, you know? So, you know, this is too expensive. Yeah. I got nothing else to say on it. Like, this card is just ridiculous. I would not spend your money on this. I would wait for it to cool off or just buy uncommons. Like, really? Now, unless you really want to flex out your deck, but I think if you want to do that, you would have bought them already when they were 30. Keep that in mind. Powermons are still $40, and not a lot of listings left. That's all I want to say. It's expensive if you want to play yellow in set 5, or if you want to play green-yellow Rookie Rush in set 5, you need 4 Powermons. You need to make the decision as to whether or not you want to spend the money on them or not, because if you don't, you want to find a different deck to play. Because if you're playing the mirror match and someone has Powermons and you don't, you'll probably lose. It's just that good of a card. Just keep that in mind. You want to get these cards. You want to play the deck. Cameraman. Someone asked me to look up Cameraman. It's not really doing much. It's $3. It looks like it's been that way for a while. We are getting promo Chimeramons in the BT5 pre-release. Much nicer art looking, which means this one will fall in price. That's really, I guess, what the point is of showing you this card. Just know that an alternate art is on its way, and it does look nicer in my opinion. Pheromones. The Tournament Pack one is way too expensive. Still don't buy it. This one is a pre-sale for a $4 common. It is a $4 common. Do not spend $4 on a common. I opened a box of BT5. I think I pulled at least a playset. Don't do it. Just wait. Just wait. It'll be 25 cents before you know it. And Rare Caramon, just to make sure you have your copies in case any shenanigans happen with Diabolomon. That's it for that. This is just ridiculous. $60 for Tactomon. For maybe a backup Mega in purple. Do not spend $60 on this card. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Actually, don't do it. This is way too expensive. It'll probably be $10 in a few weeks. Just hold off. And I know people really want to play it. I know people want to resolve all 3 effects on it. I get it. It seems really cool. Just hold onto your horses. Wait a little bit. It'll crash in price, and then you can pick up your copies for very cheap. Lilithmons. A card that is just going up because Lilith Loop is probably going to be tier 1. We had this conversation. You wanted to get your Lilithmons a while ago. If you didn't, you are really running out of time because Lilithmons, we won't even look at alternate arts because alternate arts are just 45, bunch of 45s, and then it just goes and goes and goes. There's a lot of listings, thankfully, but again, if Lilithmon Loop becomes heavily played in the meta and is tier 1 and is beating yellow on a regular basis and everything else on a regular basis, you can bet your butt that Lilithmon is just going to keep going up in price, especially being set 1, where set 1 quantities are quite limited and the set is much bigger, which means it's harder to pull even if the quantities are the same. Just you make sure you have your Lilithmons. You want the deck. Millennium is dropping in price. Why? Because Omnimon's Wart is just infinitely better than Millennium. Millennium is really good if you want to play control. That's really cool. But if you want to play combo, you are not playing Millennium, you are playing Zwart. And a lot of people are turning to Lilithmon combo. So Millenniumons are probably going to go down. They're probably going to keep going down. You have an opportunity to get them for cheaper if you haven't got them already. Grand Quagmon promo. I wanted to cover this because Green OTK will still be played in set 5 and with the promo Powermon. The promo Powermon is a lot cheaper now, as they're only $25 US. This is a very cheap engine now in comparison to what it once was, and jamming is very important in a format full of big level 7s and big level 6s. You know, you can go from 5 to 0 in one turn. So I think Green OTK is just going to continue to see play. I see no reason why it wouldn't. I'm going to play it at least once. And other people are probably going to play the deck a lot more than I am. So just so you guys know, $100 for a playset of Powermons and $20 for a playset of Grand Kuagas, and the rest of the deck is filthy cheap. Just get the cards if you want to play green. It's probably the best version of green. It'll let you get through those pesky Omnimons and pesky 12Ks and the securities, which BT5 is just full of. Devimons. The power pack one is $10. The tournament promo one crashed in price. You guys remember that these were going almost to $50. They've dropped quite a bit. They're at 35, and they are a lot of listings now, which is really good. Again, whether or not you want to gamble on this card going lower or not is up to you. Devimon isn't on a lot of people's radars. If it's not on a lot of people's radars and nobody's playing this card, it might go down in price a little more. I could see it reaching 30. I could see it maybe reaching even 25. And if some kind of anomaly happens, it might reach 20. I think this card has room to go down. I don't think you should buy it yet. I don't think it's seeing any play in set 5 in the competitive scene. So just look at it. Keep it in the back of your brain if you want Devimons for a fun deck, because it's getting to the point where it is getting reasonable. Plutomons have gone up a couple bucks. Why? Because Plutomon can draw 2 cards and play Earthshaker for free, which is a BT5 option that deletes a level 4 and a level 5 Digimon. That's a really good value for a 4-cost evolution, and people know it. Plutomon is very good at the control game because it creates essentially at least a 1-for-1 removal while drawing you cards, and that's actually really good. Plutomon will see play in set 5, maybe in the tier 2-ish range, but you need to expect to see this card, and I think it's only 33 listings left, and there's a lot of listings sort of with these, but give it time. No, if you sleep on this card for too long, it might just crop up on it. It might. You might want to make sure you get your combos, and for your combos, my god, your cards for really cheap, and just make it happen. And that's it for the Market Watch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's Market Watch. Next week, with pre-releases coming out and all that, we're going to have a whole bunch of new exciting things to look at. So I hope you guys look forward to that. As always, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think we covered everything we needed to cover? Would you expect other cards to be covered? Just let me know in the comments. I love reading that stuff, love replying to it. It's really fun. We're going to go. We'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.